Hello, my name is Jamie Tenorio, and I'm a second-year student of Full Sail University, studying to achieve my bachelor's degree in music production. Presently, I am in the art history course under Professor Maureen McGuire. This is my interview with Kirk Teachout, a working professional in the music industry, as well as a fellow classmate of mine at Full Sail. I'm going to be reading the questions and his answers. So, question number 1. What do you see as the role of visual arts in society today, particularly in your profession? Kirk said, "Visual arts are everything in today's music industry. Album artwork is one of the first impressions that fans have. The artwork, if too cluttered or not organized properly, can make the difference in making or missing an album sale. Artists have to figure out a way to grab a fan's attention in a world full of different album artworks out there. Just like the physical album artwork, an artist's image can make the difference in doors opening for success or not. Clothing, hair, personality, etc. The industry is very much driven by how people look digitally and physically. Here, I will mention the album artwork on some earlier albums, when recordings were being mass-produced and album artwork was a major part of the big pictures of sales. John Cale's Vintage Violence from 1970 includes a photo of himself with his face obscured with a nylon stocking, covered with a glass mask as the album artwork. He has said it was symbolic of the fact that the album was not very indicative of the man he was or the art he was creating at the time. Therefore, we're not seeing the true man, but an obscured image of him instead. This is a great example of how an artist will first use a picture to grab your attention while you're browsing the aisles of a record store. The picture will be of something personal to the artist, so you'll be getting a visual taste of what you could possibly be about to hear. Chances are, if you're attracted to an artist's choice of album artwork and it speaks to you, then you will feel the same way about the artist's music. Question number 2. New communications and media technologies make imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe this has had a positive or negative influence on your field or industry? Kirk responded with, "In a way, it makes it great with instant advertising for everyone around the world. However, if one person in the world has your artwork, the whole world could potentially have it because of an instant access and sharing of multimedia. We have seen a decrease and merge of record labels because of this, but have seen more independent artists rise because they figured out a different way of making money and utilizing the new way of distributing their art." Question number 3. What popular images do you see frequently repeated throughout your industry? Kirk said, "We don't really see a lot of recurring images in the music industry, but we do see a lot of the same types of imagery. Imagery such as light shows, album artwork, live performances, music videos, etc. Things that the industry uses to grab fans' attention." Some other album artworks I'm going to include in the slides for this interview, in order, are from Spiritualized, from Laser Guided Melodies, Autolux, from Future Perfect, Big Brother and the Holding Company's self-titled album, and the Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour. These are all fantastic examples of how the artists use very personal, descriptive images to convey the same things they are conveying in their music. Question number 4. Who is one of your favorite visual artists, and what is your favorite style of visual art? My favorite visual artist would have to be all-time Lowe's lighting engineer and designer, Jeff Maker. The way he can sway emotion during a live performance is incredible and blows me away to no matter the size of the venue or how many times I've seen them. Light engineers have a difficult job to keep the crowd engaged, in addition to the band just standing up and moving around. By having certain types of colors and lights during the performance can determine how a fan feels when they leave. Question number 5. Has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process? How? Kirk said, In any process of music that I am engaging in, I always have the visual side in mind. How are these lyrics going to tell the story for a music video? Or how is this order going to translate into a live performance? In the entertainment industry, you have to create something that can cut through the clutter and stand out. Whether it means making a live performance bigger, brighter, and louder, or if it means keeping the album artwork as simple as a word on a black square. I always look back to my favorite artworks of artists growing up to influence the way I needed to structure certain aspects of my projects. So that was my interview. In conclusion, I would like to thank Mr. Kirk Teachout for allowing me to interview him and for providing me with very insightful, well thought out answers. He was a pleasure to interview. On behalf of Kirk and I, thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed my podcast.